Hey, what is it, be sexy beast? GhostSickness Tristan here. Man, it has been so fucking long since I've said that. But anyway, I just wanted to tell you guys the great news. The great news is in just over a week, I am moving to Seattle. It's kind of a long story, but to sum it up, basically, if you guys didn't know, I was born and raised in Bend, Oregon. You know, it's kind of central Oregon, not anything too crazy around here. You know, no big cities or anything like that. The closest is Portland, Oregon. And it's a great fucking area. I love it here. It's got so much to do, you know, outside. We've got Mount Bachelor. We've got all that sorts of stuff. And again, I know until this video, I've never actually said which city I live in. You know, when I was younger, I used to lie about living in Los Angeles. And again, you would hear the stories and I would say, you know, and obviously they don't really correlate with Los Angeles. And a couple years ago, I revealed that I lived in Oregon, but again, did not state where I actually lived. And I feel because I'm moving, you know what I mean? And I just kind of wanted to share a little bit more of my life with you guys. I'm moving to Seattle. So again, long story short, of all the places that I've ever visited, you know, in my lifetime, Seattle's been my favorite. I don't know. I've been to a lot of places. I've been to California. I've been to Idaho. I've been to, you know, Washington, Canada, Atlanta, you know, Chicago, like I've, you know, Texas. Like I've been so many places, you know, even like South Carolina, or was it North Carolina? One of the Carolinas. But yeah, you know, I've traveled a lot, you know what I mean? And at least on a couple of vacations and stuff like that. And I've been to Seattle multiple times, and I love it every time I go up there. And I was talking to a coworker, you know, basically after my girlfriend and I broke up, which, you know, we dated from like the kind of middle of June to kind of the, you know, beginning of July, which again was really the only relationship I've been in the last year or so. Only like proper relationship. I kind of had like a pseudo relationship with this girl for like 6 weeks. Definitely got to tell you guys that story. I love that you guys think I'm out of stories. I'm definitely not out of stories, and I'm definitely not done doing videos or advice or anything like that. For a while there, I wanted to do Twitch, but basically, after her and I broke up, I was like, look, man, I've thought of doing this for a long time. You know what I mean? I'm done with college. I have my associate's degree. You know, I can always get a bachelor's later. But again, I finished, you know, elementary, middle, high school here, and I've lived here my entire life. And again, I love it here, but there's only so much I can do, right? There's not really a lot of careers here. You know, the average income really isn't that great. Basically, I live in a retirement city, if not a tourist city, right? So essentially, all the really good jobs are already taken up by a lot of the, you know, older families and people and stuff like that. And so they don't really have high turnover at all. And so a lot of the actual careers and jobs and stuff like that to make real good money don't exist here. They just don't, right? And it's really sad. And again, I love Seattle for all of it. I just love it. I don't know. You know, it's got big buildings. It's got big business. It's got, you know, parks and, you know, water, and it's got a lot of rain, and I like rain so much. And it doesn't snow a lot there. It snows a lot here. And again, this is not something that I decided overnight. It's not something that I just like, oh, like, you know, I want to move to Seattle. It's like, no, dude, basically I've been thinking about moving for a little while. And 3 years ago, you know, when I graduated high school, you know, 2 years ago, I wasn't ready to leave just yet. I'm like, look, I already got a lot of credits for community college. Just kind of want to finish that up. And again, the plan was to get a bachelor's and then leave Bend, right? But, you know, after getting my associates and stuff like that and seeing kind of the reality of the situation, I didn't want to get another $40,000 in debt. You know, I'm about $10,000 in debt in total with student loans, and I'll be explaining more on that situation later. But again, that's not bad at all. I went to community college. That's really nothing at all. And I, you know, took on a little bit more debt and loans and stuff that I should have. But anyway, I've thought about moving out of Bend for a while now. And again, like my family's here and stuff like that. And so it makes it really hard. But I'm an adult. You know, I turned 21 in December. And you guys have seen me grow up and get so old and stuff like that. It's crazy. But again, I've thought about leaving for a long time. And this is my chance. You know, now before I get a girlfriend, and now before I get, you know, a baby or something like that, you know, knock a girl up or something. Like, now is my chance to leave. And honestly, I love it here. I love the people here. I love, you know, the kind of culture here. I get it. I love it all. But it's not for me. It's, you know, as a businessman and stuff, I don't know what other cities are like. And like I said, I've been on vacations and I've been to a lot of places, but I haven't ever lived anywhere else outside of the city walls here. And I just feel like it's time to fucking like leave the nest and try something adult and try something different, because I feel like I've gotten into kind of like a rut, kind of like a a routine here, right? So I wake up, I do the same things, I go to the same places. I kind of have like a routine, like a lifestyle, and it's not fun anymore. It just isn't. Like, I'm just not happy with it anymore. And I realized that, after I graduated college, I was just kind of like, man, like, what's there to do now? And I just didn't know exactly what to do. And again, I really want to grind Twitch, I really want to grind YouTube, all that stuff, but I wasn't happy enough to do it. I just really wasn't. Like, I would stream every once in a while. Basically, my logic for streaming was, man, if I'm going to be playing the game anyway, I might as well be streaming it and entertaining a couple people while I can. And that's really humbling to me, and I fucking love you guys for that. All the support on Twitch has been amazing. Got affiliated, stuff like that. I'll be probably making a video about that separately. But I have so many stories. Scary stories aren't done. Ghostly advice isn't done. All this shit is not done. I'm not quitting YouTube or anything like that. I just kind of needed to take a step back and see what I wanted to do with my life. You know what I mean? And a coworker proposed a great idea recently, and he was like, hey man, why don't you just transfer to another Best Buy? It's like, well, I work at Best Buy, and I don't hate my job. I don't. I just dislike the schedule, right? I just dislike the kind of schedule that I was in. And again, I couldn't change it given my current role. And it, it pays pretty well and all this good stuff. It has all these benefits. And I'm just like, man, like, again, I don't hate my job. I just didn't like the schedule. And it's like, okay, well, you know what? Let's see what I can do. So a coworker brought up a great point on actually August 6th. And he's like, hey, man, why don't you just transfer another Best Buy up there? And again, it's something I already kind of ruled out because I thought I, disliked the job. And again, I don't dislike the job. I just don't like not being busy, and I don't like, the schedule. So again, if I could change it, I would, but I can't, right? So he's like, man, just transfer another Best Buy. And so that's exactly what I did. I applied for 4 jobs that night at other Best Buy locations. And again, right now in my store and stuff like that, we're crushing it, man. I'm killing it. If you guys don't know, I'm an AT&T mobile expert. So I basically, sell phones and services for AT&T, and that's pretty much all I do. But I still work for Best Buy, so it's kind of complicated. But anyway, essentially, I transferred to another store up in Seattle. I'm not going to give you guys the exact store location, but again, it's up near Seattle. I don't actually live in Seattle, but I'm going to be really close to there. And yeah, I'm going to be doing the exact same thing I'm doing right now, but I will have a better schedule. Instead of closing 2 nights a week, I'll open those nights, and then I'll only close 1 day a week, and that'll be my Monday. And again, just get it over with early in the week, and then I got the rest of the week just to chill and coast. And again, I'll have different days off, so expect a different streaming schedule and stuff like that. And honestly, it's going to be really scary. I'm actually really, really scared. Not super scared, but I'm a little worried. You know what I mean? I just want to do this and get it done, and I want to move up there and start my new life, start a totally different life. And again, to keep, by the time I'm going to be exploring a lot, so expect a lot of vlogs. I'm going to be vlogging this whole moving adventure and all the, the bullshit and shenanigans I got to go through. I live in an area really close to the Eclipse. It's on the Eclipse line pretty much. So there's a ton of people here, and it's going to be crazy. It's going to be a madhouse, but I am absolutely stoked to essentially start my life. You know what I mean? Like, I'm an adult. I'm done with school. I've done all that, the K through 12 bullshit. You know what I mean? And I'm ready to go do stuff and live a life. And again, in December, I'll be 21, and then I can really start doing shit. You know what I mean? Because I can't really go anywhere right now. So expect a lot of hiking vlogs and all this shit. I'm going to be exploring a lot. I'm going to be having a great time. And a lot of the stressful things I have overcome relatively early. So essentially, I found out on Saturday, right? I found out last Saturday. I don't know what the fucking date was, but anyway, oh yeah, the date would have been the 12th, right? So I found out 6 days after I applied. It was the day I interviewed with the store. They offered me the job, and I'm like, fuck yes, I would love to move. I would love to get a job. Now, again, there's a couple issues that you run into because they asked me when I could start, and I figured like, yeah, toward the end of the month should be fine. But again, I didn't realize really how quick that is. That's, 2 weeks away is when I start there essentially. So basically, I would have to, I was at my brother's wedding, I was on vacation and stuff like that when I did all this, and I came back and I had, 2 weeks to do everything. So a couple things I had to do. I have a lease on my apartment, right? So I'd have to lease my apartment, have someone else sign it, someone else take over it, right? I would have to find a place in Seattle. I would have to, pack and then obviously move, right? So 4 major things. And again, a lot of minor things I have to do, like cancel certain utilities and, do whatever and, see my family and stuff before I go. But yeah, so I have to do all that, and I only had like, 12, 13 days or whatever to prep before I had to do all that. And so I'm like, fuck, well, I rescheduled my work time so that I would work 9 days straight, but then I have 2 days off right before the move, before I start my new job in Seattle, because again, I'm pretty much going right into it, right? Just starting up there. same job and stuff like that in a different store. So it's a different Best Buy. So that's kind of intimidating, right? Like, I don't know how they're going to like me and how they're going to see me. I think they're going to like me. If people here liked me, again, I'll be fine. You know what I mean? And no matter what, like, oh shit, my monitor turned off. No matter what, guys, I will always have you guys. I will fucking always have you guys. And that is so comforting because no matter where I go, right, I'll have a cell connection and I will find a way to upload videos for you guys. You know what I mean? And it's going to be a little bit scary. It is. I mean, not going to lie. Like, I'm having trouble eating. You know what I mean? Like, I was having trouble sleeping a couple nights ago. But again, like, it's going to be scary, but it's going to be so fucking exciting and so new. And again, like I said, I'm starting an entirely new life and I'm really excited to bring you guys with me. One of the main reasons I stopped doing vlogs was because I didn't have enough entertaining shit to vlog. You know, I felt like my life was, again, like I said, too routine, too boring to vlog. Like, nothing around me to do, nothing to visit, nothing to show you guys. And again, Oregon has so many beautiful, beautiful places and sites that you can see. Follow my Instagram, by the way. If you guys don't know, I have an Instagram. I'll link in the description below. It is SolenumHeart. I couldn't get Ghost Sickness. I need to fucking message them and see if I can get Ghost Sickness as my Instagram before my Instagram gets any larger than it is, right? But again, I'll be posting a lot of pictures and expect vlogs and stuff like that on YouTube, because it's not like I haven't uploaded because I hate you guys, right? It's not like I haven't uploaded because I hate YouTube. I just had real life stuff to figure out. You know what I mean? It's like, what do I want to do? Where do I want to go? And it's like, of all the things that I thought about as a businessman, it's like, dude, Seattle, man, Seattle. I love it every time I go up there. And I've been up there several times and vacationed up there, and just, I have a great time, man, every time. And it's awesome. And I cannot wait to live there. And you know, if it doesn't work out, I can always move back, or I can always move somewhere else. You know what I mean? So I'll give it my time. I'll give it at least a year, see if I like it, right? You know, 6 months to a year to see if you actually like it. Hi, Hudson. And it's just, I'm excited, guys, and I'm ready for you to be there with me. So, you know, expect more videos, expect more streams, and this time I mean it, because again, like, I had to straighten out this happiness thing. I had to straighten out this, you know, kind of being in a rut, figuring out what to do with my life. And oh, hi, kitty. And I'm fucking doing it, guys. And it's insane how quickly I transferred up there, and it's insane how quickly they're going to start me and getting it all done. And I just wanted to tell you guys that I'm fucking moving and I'm getting it done, and I'm so excited for my new city. And Bend will always have a special place in my heart. I fucking love it here, love the people here, respect it here. We'll always respect it. But again, it's time to move on. It's time to see what else is out there in the world, because again, I'm young. I can go do it, man. I'm crying, man. I'm tearing up. This shit is fucking insane. I'm gonna miss my coworkers, like my family. Like, oh, dude, it's hard, man. It's hard. But again, always have Skype, always have FaceTime. I'll have you guys. Yeah, so I'm super excited. Comment down below if you have any questions. I fucking love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video coming soon.